Have I got a story to tell you? This past Saturday, I came home from a fast group ride and I went into AFIB. A Second Community, this is the Grusis the Cycling Greek. So I hated to think that it was the fast group ride that caused my AFIB, so I took some time to think about what has happened in the recent past and other factors that can contribute to it. So by the next morning, after things had settled down, then I pretty much came up with what I think has been the cause of it. So it started with a couple days earlier where I had some bad sleep on Thursday night, and then I had some bad sleep on Friday night. At least I was heading toward bad sleep. It certainly wasn't the best. And I can remember I was getting a little bit agitated on Friday night because I knew that if this pattern was going to continue, that I wouldn't be able to ride, and I really wanted to do the ride because I've been having a great couple of weeks leading up to the season-ending races I'm going to have next weekend. So I slept well enough, I thought, and so I didn't have that funny kind of fatigue, although I had to watch it, so I just rode out to meet the others. It's about a 10-mile ride, so it was more of a comfortable endurance pace coming out to see them. And then everything seemed fine. And so now we're on the ride. On the flats, I'm keeping up with them nicely. So the fast group ride, we had about, I forget, maybe 10 others there, maybe 12. And they're obviously younger than I am. So when they're going endurance, I'm going tempo, you know, that type of thing. We get to the undulating climbs leading up to the first rest stop, and they weren't killing it up there in terms of their abilities, but I was with the front two leaders when it's kind of split up, and weaker riders eventually came off, and so we had a small group that was coming into the rest stop at the top there. So I was real pleased with how things were going. In fact, again, I was pleased with how things were going the last couple of weeks. We're now on the ups and downs, kind of the rollers, false flat rollers, and I'm doing well with that. So I'm not having a problem staying up with them. And then we get to this sharp uphill, and I'd done a big pull leading up to that. And as they're starting to go past me, or actually at the front of the group, well, they're still behind me, I yelled out, let's do a rolling regroup at the top, obviously because I needed it. And then by the time I was now at the back of the group, I said the same thing. We need to do a rolling regroup at the top. Rolling regroup at the top. Easy rolling regroup at the top. You get to the top, they're all gone. You know, and so 30 miles of endurance to get back, and it was a good steady endurance. Nothing, it wasn't like light pedaling, that type of thing. The last 6 or 7 miles of that ride I was doing intervals. I did 3 intervals. 2 of them were more toward tempo, and then the last one was threshold. Now the reason I do that is to build end of race strength. So you're doing 2,000, 2,500 kilojoules of work, and then you do some intervals after that type of thing. And so that has been paying off for me too, and that's been showing. In fact, I was doing a lot of solo riding before. Being able to ride with a fast group with faster tennis players, and I don't mean a lot faster. There's people that were a lot faster than me that it wouldn't benefit me to ride with them. But those that are a little bit faster, like working with a better tennis player, has its advantages, and again, it's been showing. So anyway, with the AFIB thing, I get home, download my information, do my protein carb smoothie, and take a shower, and then I lay down, and then I notice my heart rate. My heart rate after efforts like that is higher. So let's say it'll be like 90 beats per minute, and then it'll slowly start ramping down as the hours pass by. This one was at about the 90, but the beat was inconsistent. and I could tell it was playing with AFIB. I took a blood thinner just in case things didn't work out. And then about 10 minutes later, I figured, this isn't going to convert on its own. So I took my sodium channel blocker, in this case flecainide, and within an hour, I was back in sinus. The cause of the AFib was the bad sleep, in which I tacked on one heck of a workout after that. And so I think that whole combination just put me over. This is the first time that a workout was contributed to my getting an AFib attack. And last time I got an AFib attack, so this is this is September 24. Last time I got an AFib attack was in December 23. So now, what to do? I have a race in 2 weeks. And that's usually not a problem. So the next couple days, I just did an easy gravel ride. I live near, my backyard is essentially a bunch of trails. And so I do like easy, again, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, and everything was fine. Now Sunday I slept like 3 times not because of the AFib, but because of the flecainide that I took. That it just controls you. So that's why you take it for situations like this. And so then I had to wait for it to filter out of my body. Usually it took about, for just taking one set of pills, about 24 hours, 24 plus to filter out. Now Monday again, I did an easy gravel ride like I was saying, and then Tuesday ordinarily I was going to do intervals, but it was a presidential debate, so I set up my trainer, and it's a good thing that I spun during the debate, because if I didn't spin, that would have been about 2 hours that I would have never gotten back. God, that debate sucked. Anyways, so now it's Wednesday, and I'm feeling good. So I go out and do my intervals. I start off by doing 4 pickups, and then that helps to warm me up. And then I'm doing my 1-4-1 pyramid. So basically that's 1 minute on, 1 off, 2 on, 2 off, all the way to 4, and then back down to 1 again. So that was about 16 minutes of VO2 max. What I did then is there's a Pumpkin Valley practice race. And so I joined them for it, and I knew I was going to get dropped on the first lap, especially because of the work that I had done previously with those intervals. And then I joined this other fast group ride where they do 3 laps around this a small man-made lake. And I only lasted about 1 lap for the same reason. And then I just rode on home. I didn't do any extra intervals. I just spun on in. Now, what I should have done, especially being the old guy that I am, yada, 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 is that after the pyramid intervals, I should have just gone home. By going and trying to ride with the others after that dug a bit of a hole for me. And I finally came out of that hole this afternoon. I slept during lunch at work, like I often do, but I slept like the whole hour. So when I woke up, yeah, I felt a lot better. Now tomorrow, I'm not going to do the fast group ride. I still need to take a little bit of, I need to go easy for a bit. So I am going with another teammate. We're going to do some endurance work and then just spin on in, nothing too tough. Now Sunday, I'm going to be doing 30-30 intervals. And I'm going to be doing 30-30 intervals again sometime in the middle of the week. I travel on Friday. I'm racing on Saturday and Sunday. So that's my AFIB update and kind of a bike-related life update right now. How do you close on something like this? I don't know. Just be sure to take care of yourself by getting enough sleep. That's the first thing. Sleep is the first thing, and not getting overly fatigued. That'll go a long ways in you being able to do what you want to do as you get a lot older. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of it. As always, remember, comment, like, subscribe. The Cycling Greek.